I'm an Air Force airman. I am a bow hunter. I am a fisherman. I am Mark of all trades.
Welcome back to Mark of all trades. So today we're going to be going over my enclosed trailer. At first I was going to put an epoxy floor on the bottom, but I decided that kind of an impromptu thing, of course, like with all my projects, I'm going to redo the whole thing. So everything in here is kind of cheap, except for the price that I paid for the trailer, of course. But we have particle board on here, and it's really not that thick. It's I think 1/4 of an inch, so you can kind of see that there. And one of the main reasons I wanted to change it is because on the doors I'm getting a lot of water damage. So you can see that there, and it's starting to rust on the actual frame. One of the other reasons is that when I was hauling my bike last year, it really wasn't even that much, and I put a hole into the particle board. So I'm going to replace all the particle board with plywood. So I'm gonna take everything out of here and we'll strip it down to the bare bones, and I'll put plywood in. And then after that, I'll put in the epoxy floor. So stay tuned, because it's gonna be a good one. Alright, so everything's out of here. Looks pretty decent. This is how I bought the trailer. And all of my crap is out of here. So the next thing I want to do, the first thing that I want to start with, is the walls. So I don't want to work too late because I'm literally right next door to my neighbors. So I'm going to try and get down as much wall as I can, and then we'll see. Hopefully the first day's progress is solid. Should the trim be that easy to come off? So here you can see that there's a pretty big gap, and now I know why the trim was put on here. So it all feathers down to where this actually connects, and there's a little triangle. So the good thing is the floor's not that decent either. So it kind of goes at an angle there, and then it looks flush down there. Perfect. Everything has different screws, and not everything could be screwed together with the same kind of head screw. Note to self, the long screws go into the light, just for when I forget. And just like that, first piece is out. Alright, first side of the wall's out. That's a good feeling. That went pretty quick. I doubt that putting it back up will be this quick, but the demo's always the easiest part, right? I get asked a lot what I'm going to use this enclosed trailer for, And honestly, I'm hoping that with me repurposing it and making a little bit more structural sound and kind of the way that I want to, hopefully I can use it for
a lot of different things, whether it be hauling things, maybe even just going hunting with it or camping with it, and just a nice dry spot to be in.
Alright, Cody. Alright, so I wanted to show you all the screws that I'm doing and the idea that I use every time I take down screws. So, I'm going to drop one here at least. I thought I made it. Just dropped one, so that's not too bad. But I always lose my screws whenever I'm doing a project, so grab two. I always put my screws in a baggie. That way they're all together. And even if I don't use these screws, I can still have them, and I know at least what size screw to get whenever I'm whenever I'm screwing in the plywood. I'm working on this big piece right here, and in order to get this out, I need to take out the shelving. So I'm going to have to work on that, but I need to be a little bit careful because I still want to reuse that whenever I put everything else back in. So I can't get this top off, and I'm not exactly sure why. I'm trying to look everywhere to see where it's attached, but I can't find it. So next best option is just to take the whole thing out. So why work smarter when you can work harder? So I took out all the screws here. You can see that. There's one stuck in the back there, but I'm hoping I can kind of pull that out. And the rest of the screws are out. So hopefully I can just muscle this bad boy out. Yikes. So the little muscle, this is where it was holding up, and I just muscled it out, so that's good. One more to go. One more, and then we'll just keep going. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I got all the screws out from around here, and I think it should just lift back up. But I wanted to get a little video evidence of how I'm supposed to put this back in. So I just gotta look here and make sure I remember that. What is this, take three? Take three. They glued it down, and they did a good job. I was doomed from the start, guys. I couldn't pull it up because there's two nails here. That figures. And then this was glued down a little bit. I pulled a little up, but this screw was buried, so I couldn't really, yeah. So anyway, we can at least pull this off. So there you go, that's all the screws that were in the trailer. So it's all gutted. I'm gonna have to put away all this wood. I think I'll probably burn it in my backyard. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with this build. And I'll catch you in the next video where we're buying plywood.